help your emails land in their inbox. Hi, I'm Den and I'm your Klaviyo BFF and owner of Inbox Maven. And today, we will help you to make sure that your emails doesn't go to spam and lands in their inboxes. This is actually a common problem that I encounter with clients whenever I take over some accounts. With the current requirements of Google and Yahoo having stricter guidelines when it comes to sending out emails, we need to make sure that you are compliant. The first thing that you need to do is to make sure that your domains are all set up and your emails are Google and Yahoo compliant. You just need to follow their steps and just look for that green check mark. So once you have set up your domain and made sure that you are Google and Yahoo compliant, the next thing that you need to do is to warm up your audience. This part is actually something that most business owners skip, thinking that as soon as they were able to set up their whole email marketing platforms or email marketing accounts, they can just simply blast their list with emails. The thing is, you need to warm up your email list or your email accounts before you send it out to a bigger or wider audience. And to do this, you need to check the different guidelines set by the email platform that you are using. There would be different guidelines for each platform, and you just need to make sure that you are following it. There are also things like, for example, in Klaviyo, they actually help you to warm up the accounts. So what do I mean by warming up your accounts? Usually it is done by sending it out to the most engaged people that you know would open the emails. So a technique to fast track this whole warming up stage is to send it out to the most engaged people that you have. But the most important thing here is to make sure that you send it out to a small fraction of engaged customers or readers first before you decide to send it out in the whole list. This way, you can slowly introduce your email domain or your emails to the different email providers like Google, Yahoo, MSN, and so much more. By doing this, you can also guarantee that these emails will tag you not as a spam, but actually a promotional type of email or a credible email that is just simply reaching out to their target audience or to their subscribers. So one thing that we often do or ask our clients is we put out a bit of an interactive question that would enable them or encourage them to reply in their emails. Since they are replying, the different email providers can see that you are actually interesting or the client actually wants to receive emails from you. So this also helps a lot in terms of deliverability of your emails. You can also ask your clients to add your email addresses in their contacts. This way, you can make sure that your email addresses is being recognized as a credible email and not a spammy email. Another thing that we also do in this regard is that we ask them for their preferences. While asking them to add our email addresses, we also ask them about the frequency of emails that they want to receive. This way, we can tailor fit their emails to land on their inbox on their desired frequency. So it's best to ask them, and it also gives you an insight about how your customer or your email list responds to your email. Next one, segment your emails based on their engagement or open rate. This is something that I often see a lot of business owners are still doing, and we need to make sure that we create these segmentations. You can create a 30-day engage, 60-day engage, 90-day engage, and so on and so forth, depending on what you want. By doing so, you can make sure that you will be sending out your emails to the most engaged people on your list. And this can also help in the deliverability and open rates of your email metrics. Next one, avoid spammy subject lines. So by spammy, we usually avoid things that shouts free, sale, and so much more. Before, we were actually scared to use these words, but now we use them every now and then because it is still something that catches one's attention. But you need to make sure to avoid using any spammy languages or spammy subject lines because this is a surefire way to make your emails land in their spam folders. Next one, you need to test your image to text ratio. The most ideal one is to have it at 80% text and 20% image. But I actually been testing out on this a lot, and I noticed that we've been sending out emails that are a bit of image heavy. But what we did is we just tried to make sure that the size is really small and that it is within the appropriate or the suggested sizing of Klaviyo. By doing so, or by testing this out, you can see how email providers react to your emails, and also you can see how your audience engages or responds to your email as well. Next one, size matters. What we do is that we usually use a maximum of 60 pixels whenever we send out our design email. This way, we can create the emails to be on a smaller size, and we can make sure that it is going out to the proper inbox folders. Next one is always put an alt text. So before, I'm also guilty because I don't actually really bother adding alt text before, but I realized that it also helps with the customer's experience, most especially in areas there where the internet is not really good or they're using their mobile phones or mobile data. While waiting on the images to load, at least they will have idea of what is there. So by adding an alt text, it also helps your clients immediately see what possible image is about to show. And with alt text, you can also immediately add the coupon there. So in any cases that their internet is so bad that the images won't load, the coupon can still be seen and the customers can still use a coupon for their purchases. Next one, JPEG, GIFs, and PNGs are fine. You just need to see what works best in your platform. But personally, I prefer to use JPEG and GIFs more because I don't really like using PNGs because of a possibility that it can be exported as cut out with a transparent background, and it doesn't really look that well when you do it on a dark mode. So what I do, or what I ask my team, is to always make sure that we use JPEG and we use GIFs as well. Next one is that you need to optimize for mobile first. This is also another mistake that I often see because the default one whenever you're creating any email is the desktop view. You need to keep in mind that about 70 to 80% of your audience are opening their emails via their mobile phone. So it's best to make sure or double check how it looks like in a mobile format. Always check that your emails are highly responsive and that it is giving an optimum experience when viewed in their mobile devices. And last tip, don't forget that Outlook actually requires its users to download the image before it shows in their emails. So what I suggest is to segment them and send them out more email that are on the text-heavy side rather than sending them out a whole image-based email, just to make sure that they experience better and that they enjoy reading your emails. So there you have it. These are my tips to making sure that your emails land in their inboxes. So what is your favorite tip so far? If you have additional tips that you're currently doing in your business, just comment it down below and let's discuss it on the next one. So if you enjoy contents like this, click on the subscribe button and follow me for more.